What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name's Smay. Have you guys ever thought about becoming a real estate agent? If so, have you guys thought about the pros and cons of being a real estate agent? Well, stay tuned because I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons of becoming a real estate agent. And if you guys have already thought about becoming a real estate agent or in your course or just about to take your test, this is the perfect video for you guys just to motivate you a little bit, because I honestly truly believe, as a real estate agent here in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, licensed in both states, that I love my job. There's so many benefits to being a real estate agent, a realtor. And there's also some cons that I'd love to share with you guys. So if you guys are unsure if being a real estate agent is the right path for you, hopefully I can help you guys. In this video, I'll be talking about 3 pros and 3 cons to being a real estate agent. So my first pro of being a real estate agent is being able to network while also growing your net worth. So being able to grow your net worth and growing your network at the same time is huge. You're able to make money and meet people at the same time that will help you in the future, that will teach you, guide you, mentor you. And also networks include, people who are contractors, investors who can teach you about investing into real estate, and contractors who can help you, whether that be a fix and flip. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, just know that being a real estate agent allows you to connect with so many individuals and also make a lot of money while doing that. Even if it's not a lot of money, I think the benefits of just networking alone is a huge benefit of being a real estate agent, and being able to help people purchase, sell, and lease. And with that being said, if you guys obviously have any questions about real estate needs, whether that be buying, selling, leasing, feel free to comment below. My phone number is also in the description. So that is the first pro of being a real estate agent, and it's almost invaluable. So moving on to the second pro of being a real estate agent, and that is you decide how much money you want to make within a given month, a given year. You can decide if you want to make a lot of money, if you want to make 6 figures, if you want to make $1 million. So real estate agents don't have a salary, but there is unlimited potential for a salary. So being a real estate agent is, in short, a commission-based job. So you get paid when you close deals, when clients purchase or sell their property at the closing. So essentially, the more people you help, the more money you'll make. So now you can decide to go out there to get more clients, to work harder, to close more deals, and make more money. And if you want to take off that month, that week, that day, stay in bed, go on vacation, you can. No one's going to stop you. You don't have to ask anybody. Now that does affect your income. So that is a pro to being a real estate agent. So if you need to, take an emergency leave, you can. If you and your friends or family want to go on vacation for a couple weeks or a month, you can. And if you want to make so much money, you want to spend every day, every week, every month of the year working to make as much money as you can, you can. So that is something that I particularly enjoy, and that was different from my other jobs that I had previously before becoming a real estate agent. So it's a huge pro to me. That is why I chose it to be my second pro. So this brings me right along to the third pro of being a real estate agent. And I spoke briefly about it earlier. But the third pro to being a real estate agent, in my opinion, is the flexible schedule. So like I said, you can decide how much you want to work, and obviously that'll go into how much you make. But how much you actually work per day, per week, how much hours you put into your job per week, your schedule, what your day looks like by hour or minutes, it's up to you. You decide. You decide how much you want to work, when you want to work, and for how long. So some days you can work a little longer. Some days you can work a little less. Whether you need to pick up your kids, drop your kids off, or you need to go spend time with your family, your mom, you can do that for that portion of the day or the hour that you need and go right back to work as a real estate agent. You can schedule your showings for houses at certain time periods when you're available. So being able to schedule your time, being it totally up to you guys, it was a huge pro to me. Like I said, you can decide how much you want to make on one hand as the second pro, and the third pro, you can decide when you want to work as a third pro. Now, being able to control your time and when you need to and have to work is huge. That's a huge pro to me. If you guys are working a job and you guys are thinking about going into real estate, being a real estate agent, and if this excites you guys, smash that like button, click subscribe, and let me know, are you guys becoming a real estate agent soon? If so, if you guys want to have a one-on-one call with me, text my number, call me, book a one-on-one call with me. Feel free to shoot me a text and tell me if you guys are interested in becoming a real estate agent. And if you guys have any questions, I'll personally answer them myself. And with that being said, let's move on to the cons. So like anything else, there's obviously cons to a certain profession, whether you're a lawyer, a doctor. So I'm going to talk about 3 cons that I've experienced in real estate that isn't detrimental or isn't pushing me away from real estate. Like I said, I love what I do. And even though these are real cons to being a real estate agent, they're up to you. It's somehow up to the person if you want to look at it as a con or a pro. So you guys will know what I mean when I get to it. So with that being said, let's move on to the first con, and that is no accountability, external accountability. So essentially what that means is you control how much and when you work, like I said. And that can be a good thing and a bad thing. Like I said earlier, guys, it can be a good thing if you guys can control your time wisely. Now, depending who you are, no accountability, not having a boss to tell you when to work if you're late or early, that can be bad for some people who can't control their schedules, who get lazy. So when you get lazy, you don't want to, get out of bed. You don't have to. So you can stay in bed watching Netflix, stay on your couch all day. You don't have to get out there and show homes, or talk to people, network, help your clients. You don't have to. You can stay home. And that's why I'm saying there's no accountability unless you decide that you want to have your own accountability, whether that be a partner, a mentor, someone to hold you accountable. That's great. That's an option. You can look at that as one of the downsides of having a free schedule, having a no boss. So that is up to you guys on how you guys want to interpret if that's a pro or a con. So as you guys will soon notice, all of these cons tie in with the pros. So the second con that I'm going to talk about is inconsistent income. When you're a real estate agent, you get paid at the closing of every transaction, like I said earlier. So you can decide if you want to close a whole bunch of deals. Now, it can be a downside when you don't close a lot of deals and you're not doing a lot of transactions, and your income is up and down. So for certain people, whether you have family that you need to provide for, when you have an inconsistent income, it can be extremely difficult to pay your bills, to provide for your family. If you're younger and you don't have responsibility, that's great. Still have inconsistent income. That can be a good thing and a bad thing. You can be inconsistent in the sense that you can make $5,000 this month and make $10,000 next month, and make $10,000 this month and then make $20,000 next month. That can be a good inconsistent income. Now, the con side of that is that you can make, $5,000 this month and next month make $0. Or the next 3 months make $0. Or the next 6 months and make $0. Especially if you're a new agent, thinking about getting into real estate, and your first couple months you may not have some clients, which is extremely normal. I didn't personally close a deal until 6 months in. So for 6 months I didn't make any income my first year, and that is just showing you guys the downside of inconsistent income. Now, the bright side of that, you guys can imagine, you guys scale your business and make more and more and more exponentially, and there's no ceiling. No one's going to stop you from making 6 figures, 7 figures. Again, however you guys want to take it, if it's a pro or a con, there's just both sides to it, and that's why I love talking about this. So the third and last con that I want to talk about, and again, it ties into the pros that I was talking about earlier, and that is your work schedule changes. Inconsistent work schedule can be difficult if you don't manage it properly. You can have, certain work hours that you need to eat, certain work hours that you need to spend time with your family, and you want to do those things, but work has you caught up. So real estate is one of those professions where I like to say that you can work 12 hours, you can work 16 hours a day, and then other days you feel like you don't have a job at all. You'll work 0 hours. Another day you might be working 12 hours. Another day you might be working 6 hours, 8 hours. So the con side you guys can kind of guess is that you work different hours depending on the needs of your clients, and also how hard you want to work. How much more do you want to get out there? How much more do you want to close deals? It can be very, very hard on your health, your mental health and physical health, because of your work schedule, because you don't have a set time period to do certain things, because it changes. So when your schedule changes often, it can be hard to balance a healthy lifestyle and a relationship, or your health, or your mindset. You can get burned out very easily when you work too much. And I've seen this in a lot of real estate agents, but also other real estate agents I've seen who could control their schedule, who can set time periods where they don't work, where they spend time with their family, where they eat lunch, where they go to the gym. So again, guys, you guys can control your schedule, but don't let it control you. So if you guys are able to successfully control your lifestyle, hold yourself accountable, and be driven and work hard, then you guys can take all of the things I talked about, whether that be the pros or the cons, and turn them into positive things. The reason why I love being a real estate agent is that all the cons that I mentioned, I'm able to turn them into positive things because I'm able to take control of my work, of my schedule, of the amount of money I want to make. So if you're someone who wants to have that freedom to control and express yourself, this is a great job for you. Now, if you're someone who's more passive, who needs someone to set up their schedule for you, kind of needs that consistent income, then this may not be the profession for you, or you just may need to work a little harder to start understanding that. A lot of people who are consistent in business, entrepreneurship, have a background, whether that be in sports or the military, or corporate. These people, the thing that they have in common is that they have a system and they're consistent on the things that they need to do and have to do. And if you're coming from other professions and you're thinking about doing this, it's basically a business. You're running your own business. You control how much your business succeeds. So that's, I think, a great place to leave off this video on, guys. Again, guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, if you guys thought that was super helpful to you guys, please click subscribe, click the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. You guys can feel free to check out my other videos. Peace out.